Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is the Equinox and is Type 5 heavy. This is a tier 10 game on El Hoof. And yeah, so the first thing everybody's going to notice is, hey, where's the face cam? Well, see, my wife is currently out on a photo gig thing. She's doing a wedding photography job. And she took my backdrop. So, yeah. So I can't do the face cam until she gets back. So yeah. For today, it will be just like this. It should be one game only like this, but it's fine. It's how we're gonna roll. Anyways, so this is the tier 10 Japanese heavy tank, Type 5 heavy. Now, if he's got the right gun on, he should be firing pure HE, and it looks like he does. So he's got the gold HE on, and that's all he's got loaded in this thing. And all it does is an extra 300 damage, which means that even if he doesn't pen, he's doing more damage than he would otherwise be doing. I think this thing, you can probably just run the standard HE in pub games, and then switch to the gold for those Clan Wars games, but no, Equinox doesn't think that way, and he thinks he's only going to be running the gold rounds. So yeah. Anyways, so as we get into bat game, go ahead and see what he's seeing. So thank you very much for watching. Please do hit the like button if you are enjoying this, and also if you hit the like button, that means you're supporting the star of this, Equinox, and he may get some gold out of that. So the contest is still running. That contest, whatever, giveaway, whatever. The more likes a video gets, the more likely it is that the star of that video ends up with some gold. So that should be a lot of fun. Okay, before we get into everything else though, I do need to say my piece about where you pen this thing. From the front, there isn't many places. Your best bet is to fire gold at this thing. So you can shoot the cupola. This will go through. Assuming you can hit this tiny slit, you can fire through the here. Other than that, this whole armor belt will go through, assuming you're firing gold. Now, this is something like 240 millimeters to pen this, or millimeters of armor, and this is something like 260. So yeah, and that's the best, by the way. It's 280 down here, and it's 280 on the front of the turret. So you want to be shooting for this armor belt here. You want to be using gold, and you're going to want it as flat as possible to make sure you go through. And that's about 260. Or you can shoot for his cupola, and that's about 240 millimeters. Now, the side is a completely different bowl of, or I was going to say bowl of rice for some reason. Kettle of fish. Let's go with kettle of fish. From the side. Oops. Good lord. Can I zoom out? There we go. From the side, you want to be shooting for this armor belt again, up at the very top, and it's going to be about 180-ish. So you should be able to go through that. Down here, it's a lot like 200, because of the fact that there is spaced armor. Oh, this is spaced armor. So be careful with that, okay? You see these plates hanging off the side? Yeah, they're thick. So yeah. Oh, look at that. I actually wonder if my thing takes into calculation the fact that there's spaced armor hanging off there. Either way, it's bad. The only surefire place you're going to go through is the back of the tank. Back here. Back of the turret. and back of the tank. You should be able to go through just about anywhere back here. So this thing is a monster, and don't get in front of it unless you really have to. Hey, look, tanks. So instead of going the normal heavy path, which pushes him along here or here, he is actually pushing along what is normally the medium path, and he's going to come in and see about what he can do about putting HE rounds through the sides of tanks. Now, obviously, if he's firing these HE rounds into the side of these guys, he's going to do a lot better, a lot more damage than he would if he puts them into the front. And something like that rev is going to feel a lot more than something like an IS-4. I don't know what that AMX thought was going to happen, but I don't think he thought he was going to take 600 and some odd damage right then. The Rev has decided he needs to be firing HE because he can't do anything else. And the 113 is just like, no, I'm going to wait till he fires and then shoot something else. Which is pretty much what he's been doing. The Rev popped back out, and honestly, yeah, I was gonna say, if there wasn't a friendly tank in the way, we could do some real damage. And then suddenly there wasn't a friendly tank in the way. And that poor Rev almost got deleted. He's on 9 hit points now. That poor guy. And it's just like, no, I'm gonna leave now. Which he should have done in the first place. So we go ahead and get our gun damaged by the AMX. So that is unfortunately going to mean we're going to have to blow a repair kit on that. The 113 thinks he can sneak a shot in. He did in fact get a heat round into us. And that penned right through the front of the turret. Hello, Mr. IS-3. You wanted to commit suicide, didn't you? Well, Equinox is here to help you with your problems. And he's just gonna walk up and shoot you in the face. No, actually, he's more pissed at the 113 right now. IS-3 is gonna pop out. IS-3 is gonna get shot. IS-3 pops out. IS-3 gets shot. Now, unfortunately, he only did 69 damage because he got shot by something else first. Probably the Conway or the E5, maybe. Doesn't really matter. Either way, he got himself shot for no reason because he's an idiot, but that's okay. 113 apparently not learned the lesson yet, or is getting desperate. Either way means he comes out and tries to shoot something, and we managed to get a great shot into him. And now we're looking to finish him off, but that's not going to happen. So let's just put a shot into a Conqueror. Come on, Conqueror. Come out and play. No? Maybe. Our E5 is pushing on the Conqueror. It's a little dangerous for the E5, considering the fact that he's poking his drive wheel out there nice and, it's got a nice big shoot me sign on the side of it. And Conqueror can definitely kill him in a single shot, which is bad, by the way. Dying is never the answer. Pushing around this corner, he's just going to look to put a shot into the lower glacis of the Conqueror, because that is the weakest point and the point where he should be doing the most damage. Since the Conqueror is fired, the E5 took advantage of that, and really great job actually poking out and putting a shot into the Conqueror, and does so again, and should leave us at the point where we should be able to kill the Conqueror in a one last shot. Now the Conqueror is dead. That AMX should follow soon after. He can do very, very little against us. He should have actually tried to kill the E5 right there and not try to kill us, because he never was going to be able to kill us, whereas he definitely had an opportunity to kill the E5. And if he'd done that, the odds would have been a little bit more in his team's favor, and maybe they could have pulled this out. As it is, though, the E5 kills the AT-15, and we're going to go hunt down this AMX. And this guy has the possibility of running, but there's not really much You know, where's he gonna go, right? I'm still looking at cameras that aren't turned on, so that's rather unhelpful. Ooh, WZ113GFT is now being just gonna be called the WZ113 for the future of this game, because good lord, that name is long. That thing hurts, by the way. Ooh, a T-49. You have a derp gun. This is what it feels like to get shot with a derp gun. Ha! I'm so glad that shot hit. Otherwise, I would have looked really silly. But, you know, Equinox is just like, nah, no, we're not leaving a T-49 behind us. And then he gets hit with artillery. Now, he doesn't want to push out across open ground. Open ground is a great way to die. And since he's going to push around the side, we're going to speed this up, because otherwise this would take forever and a day. And I don't have that kind of time to spend just watching a heavy tank do its thing. Actually, sped that up for 8 times for a couple of seconds there. Somebody killed the 113. That would be our T-34 way over here. Actually killed the 113. And I don't know if the WZ knew we were there when he started his run, but he knew we were there at the end. Ooh, 750 damage bounced off, and then we ram him for 100. Good job. Unfortunately, though, so where'd that go? Ooh. $10 says that's where he hit us. Yeah, that's where he hit us. So you penned this. Unfortunately for him, this is spaced armor. These knobby things on the side of your tank just count as spaced armor. They're not anything else. So all that did is reduce the damage, or the penetration value of the shell before it made contact with the real armor. And then just ricocheted harmlessly off into the hillside. Ooh. Unfortunately not able to get that 5th kill from the artillery. That would have been so just joyful and satisfying. But oh well. It's just them's the break sometimes. That long range shot across the map into the T-49 is gonna have to be it as far as the cathartic payoffs for this map. Great job though, Equinox. Thank you so much for sending this thing in. This is a beautiful game to watch, and I can't wait to get my hands on this tank. I have the Type 4 Heavy right now with the smallest gun, and it's a joy to play that thing, so I can't wait to play this thing. Yes, look at that heat shell. I mean, obviously this is the way it's supposed to be viewed. That's the way the texture is applied, and then it just gets like smeared across the tank as the texture tries to figure out how to apply itself in this way. Let's jump over to the battle results. Mastery Badge, First Class, Bruiser, Hand of God, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Shell Proof, Steel Wall, and the coveted High Caliber awards. Good lord. Wow. Oh, so IS-3 and the M41, were they in a platoon? They were. Oh, and they were teamed up with an artillery player. That explains why we were getting shelled by Artie so much. We murdered one of his platoon mates without actually killing him, just reducing him down to the point where he couldn't do anything anymore. Poor guy. How many modules did we take out with that one shell? One shell into the 4 modules, 1 shell. Left him on 9 health, just wounded, like crawling around on the floor, trying to figure out what just happened. E5 did a great job that game. See, 6k damage. I bet you at least a k of that was done once the AMX had died. If the AMX had killed him, that may have done a little bit more for turning the tides of this game. Would have definitely made Equinox have to carry a little bit harder, which would have been more fun to watch, you know? It's all about what's more fun for us to watch, obviously, right? Well, I like the fact that everything he hit went in. 11 shots hit, 11 shots penned. Now, pen is an interesting descriptor for this because, of course, he didn't pen anything but 1 shell Well, I guess maybe the T-49 shell counts as penning, because I'm sure that definitely went in and then murdered the T-49 crew from the inside. 6,600 damage, plus some spine damage to round him out, and then of course 3,000 damage blocked. This guy was in the thick of it the entire time, never once sitting around just because he could. And unfortunately, he still lost credits, but that's because of the fact that he won that game and fired purely gold and nothing else. If he'd been running credit reserves, he would have been fine. He would have actually made something, but who's time for credit reserves? If you run this tank without running the gold on it, you're probably going to be able to do this and actually make some money off this thing. This is a great tank, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm so glad Equinox sent this in, because it was just a joy to watch. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button and show Equinox some love, and it will be more likely that he gets the prize for the gold for this week. If you want to get yourself into the replays, as far as the prizes go, then send me a replay. I'll put it up on the airwaves, the channel, and we'll see if everybody is impressed with you too. And yeah, the community will decide who gets the gold. Is what I'm trying to say and utterly failing at. I'm sorry. Okay, that is all for today. Thank you all for watching. Please do share this with your friends and clanmates. Help the channel grow. The channel has something like 5 subscribers to 400 when I'm recording this. And I will see you all next time. This is ioEther out.